Abram.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to Arundel County Week in Review. In this episode, we'll update you on everything happening at Maryland Hall for the Creative Arts, plus we'll preview the Pasadena Crab Feast. But first, making headlines this week. The town of Lothian has a new senior center. On Monday, the good citizens of South County gathered at the Lothian Church of God to celebrate a new place for senior citizens to hang out, make new friends, and get some great food. County Executive Shue also announced that he has plans to open 2 new senior centers in the next 5 years. There are currently 7 senior centers in the county, including Annapolis, Arnold, Brooklyn Park, Odenton, Pasadena, Glen Burnie, and Edgewater. Congrats to the seniors, South County seniors.
You been down to Lothian?
I want to hear about this great food.
Well, first of all, you need to plan your day when you're going down to Lothian.
Okay.
Okay, because it's a little ways down there.
Okay.
But let's see, what did we have? We had some lovely chicken wraps. Or no, it was turkey wraps.
Was it like a little cafe?
Yeah, it was like well, they didn't have the kitchen functioning yet.
Okay.
They got the permit, they got all that going on, and for this event, it was just a little catered sandwiches.
Okay, but they're gonna be able to run
the kitchen open twice a week, and I am promised by Pam Jordan that the food will be top notch.
Top notch, Pam Jordan says.
Seniors got to get out there and eat. You can't be just sitting there at home having TV dinners or something.
No.
Got to go out there to the senior centers, hang out with the
socialize,
people.
learn a new skill.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like we were talking to Cherie, maybe about those mats. Could be a class.
Cherie was there, and I caught her. Yeah, I caught her out of the corner of my eyes. I always get into work mode, and I forgot to go say hello. So I saw
Shout
you.
out.
Good job. She had I believe 3 mats with her.
Oh, that's great.
So when she was on the show, Cherie makes mats for the homeless out of
plastic
recycled shopping bags.
Yeah.
And when she was on the show a couple weeks ago, she had 1 prototype, and I saw her sitting there with 2, 2.5, maybe 3.
Nice.
So good.
So she was gathering recruits.
She's been working.
Good for her.
She's been working ever since she was here.
Ah, nice.
Well, Kristin, the place where you go to adopt cuddly cats and dogs has a new name.
Oh no. What is it? Dave's backyard?
That's right. The county shelter is now called Arundel County Animal Care and Control.
I like that.
That is nice.
I like
now you ready for the acronym?
Okay.
AACACC.
AACACC. AACACC. AACACC.
Find out what it means to me. AACACC.
Take care of cats and dogs.
There
Take care of DOG.
We're working on this.
Oh.
Take care of DOG.
I like that.
I like
or CAT.
You can use that if you want, Robin. Robin's the director. She does a great job over
Yes.
there. So the AACACC saved 1,605 domestic animals last year by finding pets new homes. County Executive Steve Shue announced the name change this week, putting an emphasis on the word care as applies to animal control. Animal Care and Control has expanded hours, hosted adoption events, increased adoptions, and made adoptions cheaper for county residents. You should go out today. In fact, Kristin should go out today to Animal Care and Control to adopt a new doggie.
I'd love a doggie.
I really think you should do that.
My only
Sounds
requirement
like she's considering it.
is a big blockhead. I just
You want a
want
big blockhead dog?
Blockhead
My
dog.
dog has a big blockhead.
I
It's
love
not
that.
a blockhead, but when you're close to him, his head is very, if you bump your head on that head, it's going to hurt.
I just like the bulls, the pits, the boxers. I like big blockhead. I love it.
There you go, Will.
Love it.
Take
But that's
note.
why I love Will.
Does he know that? Oh,
Big blockhead.
I'm not sure.
Love you, Will.
Okay, that was nice, Kristin. Go find Animal Care and Control on Facebook. You can stop by in person, or of course, you can call them at 410-222-8900.
Well, I think we have an event this weekend that might just have the best hashtag ever invented. I know you like social media. Are you ready for this?
Is it hashtag boom?
That is a great hashtag, but
that's
this
like your favorite
is
one.
even better. Guns and Hoses.
Guns and Hoses.
Love
I get
that.
it. I get it.
So this is firefighters, hoses, and paramedics will square off against police officers' guns at Meade High School for the Boots versus Badges Back to School Bash. That's a lot of B's.
You got them all too. Good job. Good job for you.
The fun starts at 2 p.m. with free giveaways and, of course, a chance to meet Anne Arundel County's finest. Tip-off is at 4 p.m. Meade High School is located at 1100 Clark Road. It's off base, so if you are at a guard gate, you might have made a wrong turn. Thanks to our first responders for putting together this great event, and thanks to Anne Arundel United.
Hashtag AA United.
Guns and
Hashtag
Hoses.
Guns and Hoses.
Love it.
Hashtag AACACC.
Welcome to
Look
the
at that.
jungle.
Look at that. I did it all by myself.
You got it. Which
AAC.
Guns N' Roses theme song should we pick for Guns and Hoses?
See, we're going to get in trouble because we're going to
Take me
pick something
down
off
to
the
the
first
beach
album, and
city.
it's going to have obscenities in it, and then we're going to get in trouble.
Okay.
Because I've always been partial to Rocket Queen.
Ooh, that's a good
It's a
and
great
a great title.
song.
Great song.
And it's like,
great title.
when I was a kid, I always thought if a song was longer on an album, it must be better.
Yeah.
Like Rocket Queen's like 18 minutes long or something.
Yeah.
They have another song called Coma on the double album set that's like 18 minutes long. That's fantastic.
And what's the date again?
What's the date of the event?
Yeah.
It is tomorrow, Saturday.
And so it's August. It's not a burr. I was gonna say September rain, but it's not. It's August.
Wow, I was wondering where you were going
Sorry,
with that.
yeah.
Plus, we're losing all the people who don't feverishly listen to Guns N' Roses.
Oh, well, maybe someone out there has a good idea for it.
That's a good hashtag.
It is.
I gotta hand it
Guns
to
and
him.
Hoses.
I gotta hand
Yeah,
it to him. That's a good
great.
one. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, but when we return, we will talk to the great folks at Maryland Hall for the Creative Arts. Take a look at our community calendar for events happening around town, and we'll be right back.
Do you want to retire like a champ? Just like legendary basketball star Uncle Drew?
Don't do it like that, Uncle Drew.
You're already acing the game. You've got your dream ride.
Don't be slamming my door.
Sorry about that.
You just did the same.
Gotta get the boys.
Your dream vacation and your dream team. And now you can make your retirement just as legendary.
I get buckets.
Get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back. Joining us in the studio this week, we're delighted to have two lovely guests from Maryland Hall, Director Margaret Davis and Board Member Renee Ford. Ladies, how are you doing today?
Oh, wonderful.
Terrific. Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Great
We're
to have
so excited to talk about this.
We
Margaret.
love Maryland Hall.
We love Maryland Hall.
We all love Maryland
always
Hall.
loved
What's not to love?
Not to love, and you probably love working with Maryland Hall. Now, as
real honor.
director, what are you doing? What's your job?
Oh, well, I just, as I say, as long as everybody loves Maryland Hall, that means our great team is doing a terrific job, ranging from volunteers on the board to hundreds of volunteers who help us every day, to our very small, nimble, efficient staff team. If you have a concern, give me a call. But we're having a great time. So many diverse programs, and I'm just very honored to be there.
We were talking a little bit off camera about summer, and you were saying there were a lot of classes that you had during the summer. Tell me a bit about the programming at Maryland Hall.
Sure, we have ballet classes, we have tap dance classes, we have pottery, we have digital arts. Basically, we have classes from the age of 2.5 up to adults. So it's really a wonderful resource.
It's tremendous. I always say there's an arts experience for everybody you know, including the two of you.
Ooh.
So an
For
arts
us?
experience for everyone. And I used to say it's for people 3 to 93, but then I meant a 3-month-old and a 96-year-old. So I now say 3 months to 103.
That's
And it's really
amazing.
a wide range of people who come in and both take a class, but sometimes that sounds a little intimidating. And you can take yoga. Renee and I were just talking about free yoga classes right there on the front lawn.
Oh, outside.
Or Pilates. It's the
Nice.
art of wellness as well as the creative and visual arts. So come enjoy us.
So I'm not a super old timer in Annapolis, so I was not here during the days when Maryland Hall was a high school? It was a high school, right?
It was Annapolis High School.
Was it Annapolis High School?
It was.
Okay. And but I did get a chance over the last 10 years. I've seen the renovations. I've seen all the work that's been done. I've seen the General Assembly fight over bond bills to pay for it. It's been going on for so long now. And my goodness, every time I go there, the auditorium just takes my breath away. It's so well done, and it
Glad to hear
sounds
you
so
that.
good.
I'm so glad to hear that.
So tell us about where you're at in that process. I mean, there's
Sure.
more to come, right?
There is more to come. And
Always.
Maryland Hall is a terrific public-private partnership. We have both a lot of private citizens who support us, who attend. Renee is a terrific appointee from our county. She's really representing the whole county on our board, a great example of that kind of public representation as well. And then we have both funding. So you're thinking about funding that's helped us with some of our capital projects. Also, a lot of individuals and corporations have stepped up to make sure that those renovations are going well. We're all about serving, being a beacon, as I say, beacon for the arts in our
That is a
entire.
good word for
well,
it.
it's good for this area, right? Beacon for the arts for this entire region, and we've got to do a good job of it, both with facilities, our guest experience, our program offerings. It's a total complement. So facilities-wise, Dave, what you've noticed, if you drive around, there's some really great things to see. You come into the theater. A couple years ago, theater was renovated. We're going to actually step up a couple more theater renovations now. We called that Act 1, kind of perfect for performing arts, right? Act 1. Act 2 is just coming online now. It was a production wing. Visualize this. We had to bring a grand piano up the front stairs to Maryland Hall to get it into the theater. Until right now, had been no loading dock, no freight elevator. Now we've got both. We've got some renovated dressing rooms behind the scene. That'll help us, as you can tell, you look at the programming this year, you'll see everything is so tight, back to back. Rock concerts, Catapult, we can talk about them again later, symphony concerts, ballet, Dave Kaz is coming, Chris Isaac, I mean, all just sorts of people that are very popular, to our Barber of Seville, to Midsummer Night's Dream Ballet. We've got to have a great back of house to flip that stuff fast on stage. And now, Act 3, we're going forward with Act 3, all about the guest experience, all about your experience when you pull into our free parking lots, really when you find us free, when you find us online. What's your technological experience going to be? Can you get your tickets on your phone? What's your whole experience going to be? Are you going to enjoy picking up your glass of wine, your salad downstairs pre-concert?
Yep.
What do you want that to be like? You know, we might have a sculpture garden on the front lawn. We've already got new picnic tables and benches there. So we're really back focusing for Act 3 on your experience and you coming off into Maryland Hall.
So exciting. I love
going
it was
on?
a piano. We need a loading dock.
Isn't that incredible?
Well,
You
and
should have seen it.
I can tell you, I had an experience at Maryland Hall in 2010. We got stuck in the elevator with a bunch of senior citizens. It was really hot outside.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, this is not going to end well. Now, it did end well.
I'm glad.
But those
And
elevators,
you're still coming back.
Those elevators are,
They're tricky.
woo.
So we upgraded the elevator in this last
Yes.
phase too,
Nice.
and we've got great air conditioning now.
I'm getting right on that elevator next
See?
time I'm there. Yes.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
So
that's
tell
right.
us, you mentioned, tell us some of the things that are coming up. We'll get a few from each of you.
Sure.
What kind of things
We're
are
having
coming up?
a fabulous Arts Alive fundraiser that basically brings an evening on Bourbon Street and brings New Orleans alive. It's fabulous dancing, food, New Orleans cocktails, jazz music, Cajun dancing and music. So it's wonderful. It definitely is going to be a fabulous event.
And when's that?
That is September 7th between 6 and 10.
That's coming up.
I was just in New Orleans this year. I want to come to
She's
this.
obsessed. She is obsessed with
It's
New
going to be
Orleans,
fun.
right?
It's gonna be so much fun.
We've got Beau Soleil performing, as Renee was talking about, really hot New Orleans band.
And
It'll
then
be
what
really
was
great.
you were telling us before this group that I saw on America's Got Talent
Exactly.
is coming.
Catapult.
Catapult. And they
It's-
do basically performance art using shadows.
That's right.
It's kind of like when you were a kid and you had the overhead projector in your
That's right.
class, and of course I had to be the kid who would go up there and do this, in front of the things.
No surprise.
It's like that, but it's like so much better.
So much better.
So
Isn't
much
it
better.
amazing? We were just looking at that video. It's on our website, Catapult. I think that was the America's Got Talent winning entry, and these people are very talented. It's magical shadow dance. You feel like you're watching magicians on stage creating these images. Great performance for the family, great performance for everybody. No age limit there. Really,
cool.
it'll fascinate everyone. And then
So incredible. You have this America's Got Talent act that's coming right into our backyard.
right to our backyard.
And Wicked Game, hello.
Well, yes, of course.
I
Chris
mean,
Isaacs, yeah.
Doesn't every girl
There you are.
love that
Yeah.
song and
Yes,
Chris
they do.
Isaacs?
I knew I'd
Who's
get
old
your
enough to
attention.
remember him, I guess.
I know, it's true. And we've got a great partnership with Ramsed that helps us bring some of those really well-known national pop and rock acts. They're terrific partners with us. And
That's
we're,
awesome.
I
we're
have
glad
noticed
to have them.
that before.
Look at Maryland
Stuff
Live.
where it's
right.
booked at Ramshead and then it'll be moved, and
It's a
just a better
partnership.
venue for it.
It
so
is.
that's exciting.
It is exciting. And then to have our, going back to what's in our own backyard, best opera, ballet, symphony music, choral music, really terrific, some commemorations of the armistice. This is the 100th anniversary of World War I, the end of World War I. So we're
right.
the Live Arts Maryland, the chorale is going to be singing a piece around Veterans Day there. But really, you think about it, just what we named is so phenomenal. Ceramics classes to some of the best music of all genres. There's this program that we are bringing all the way out from Portland. Again, best in the nation right here in our own backyard. It's called the Portland Cello Project. And they take this, for example, this English rock music. It's total cross fusion with music and education, actually. They're taking some of this English rock music from the 80s and 90s, and now they're playing it on cello. I mean, everyone comes alive. Because again, it's cross culture, it's cross ages, and it's very entertaining. We also, Maryland Hall, our moniker is Art for All, and you can tell we're really focused on that. Something for everyone, your arts experience, but also the prices are really reasonable, and it's possible to come in for free parking, wander in free doors, entranceway, no entrance fee, and come see an exhibit like Jay Fleming, who's so well known here and very popular, captures the images of the water around our area, beautiful photo paintings, and it just makes you want to get back out on the water or meet those people in the paintings. And we've got a big exhibit this fall with Jay
Cool.
Fleming's work too.
And then
So,
I imagine right after that, right around the corner, you've got some holiday stuff. Always fun, exciting stuff going on at Maryland Hall.
Nutcracker.
Nutcracker. Yeah. Did you say Midsummer Night's Dream? Did that already happen?
No, it's coming up.
Coming up.
Coming
I love
up.
That show.
Yeah, it'll be October. And Nutcracker is hugely popular.
So let me put you on the spot. Do you ladies have a favorite class or hobby or type of music that you enjoy at the hall, or any
Ballet.
classes you're taking?
Ballet.
I'm going to be taking a Mommy and Me class with my child, so
That's
she's
great.
3.
Oh,
so that's going to be a
3.
lot of fun.
Perfect.
That's that magic number.
It's that magic
exactly.
number.
Love that.
That's wonderful. And the little ones love dance too, and you like ballet. There's a pre-Nutcracker tea that we took our granddaughter, who's 5, to, and she just loved it. She ended up with a little Clara ornament that she took home with her. But the ballet always has these really good educational pre-events to their performances, as does the symphony. There's what in the genre is kind of called a symphony petting zoo. You can come, you go to the kids' concert, you learn about the instruments, you go up to the musicians afterwards. There's a reception. Your kids can play the instruments with the musicians
incredible.
right there. So it's a
Wow.
wonderful experience
Really
for
instills that
everybody.
love of music.
It
for
really
them,
does. It
so.
opens it up.
I love how the ASO picks a wide range of songs, so there are people can latch onto it when they're not really
right.
classical music fans
That's right.
necessarily.
That's right.
They'll play, I remember last time I went at Quiet Waters, they played the Frozen song, and
Yeah.
it was like, who doesn't know the Frozen song?
Exactly.
And they played a Star Wars song.
They're going to be at Quiet Waters on Labor Day again with the
Yep.
Pops in the Park concert.
Yep.
And Jose Luis Novo is just so engaging, and he
He's
talks
cool.
to the
Yeah.
audience.
He's
He's
funny.
developed
Yeah.
terrific programming. We're really honored to be sponsors and underwriters of these resident companies. We view it as we're all together wanting to have great art in our region and wanting to make sure that it's available to everyone.
Well, you
And
are certainly doing that.
We're working hard.
If folks out there want to get more information and come out and visit, which I'm sure they do after
Right.
hearing all the exciting stuff you have coming up, where can they find more info?
on marylandhall.org. They also have scholarships, so if there are some needy kids that would like to apply for the scholarships, they can go online. Their parents can go online and apply. Again, marylandhall.org.
Very good.
Okay.
Well,
So
we thank you
important.
so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's been such a delight to have you, and we hope you'll come back and
Can't
let
wait.
us know what's going on in Maryland Hall.
Can't wait to see you in the hall.
Thank you for coming out today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For having us.
Really a pleasure.
We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Summertime's running out, so don't miss out on your shot to get some steamed crabs. Sara Gannon has information on a crab feast sponsored by the Pasadena Business Association. Sarah?
Thanks, guys. Joining me today is Brian Conrad with PBA. He is the vice president, and we're going to talk about some upcoming events that are coming to Pasadena very soon. Brian, tell us what's going on.
Well, coming up on September 12th, we have the annual PBA golf tournament. It's going to be held out at the Compass Point golf course, and we're looking for foursomes as much as we can possibly get. It's rain or shine, and we've done it in both types of weather, that's for sure. But it's always a good time. It includes you can have a foursome, which includes breakfast, lunch, a hot dog at the turn. We've got a couple of beverage carts out there, so it's a really great value. Check out our webpage, and we can get you all the different opportunities that are there as far as paying for a foursome.
Okay, and you also have sponsorships and so forth also. Okay, and that's all listed on your website.
Correct.
I also heard that you're having a crab feast.
We are. That is coming up on September 26th. It's out at Kurtz's Beach. Start arriving around 6 o'clock. Crabs will be served by 6:30. We run until 10 o'clock. Your ticket there includes the normal stuff ahead of time, and then crab serving at 6:30 and beer and wine. Beer is included, iced tea and soda and coffee, and then we'll have a cash bar for if you don't drink beer.
And are you having any silent auctions or any type of entertainment?
No, not this year. We're just doing the crabs. We're doing it later in the season, so the hope is we get some really heavy crabs.
Heavy crabs are good.
Raise for an evening. It'll be a lot of fun.
That's correct. So what is all the fundraising that you do? What's all of this going towards?
That's a great question. So everything that we do benefits the community. It goes back and it supports the scholarships that we do for the kids. It supports the Veterans Day events that we do at our flag. It goes back all into the community to support the businesses and promote everything that's in the Pasadena area.
Yes, and you do, I know Sandy, yourself, Jerry, the whole gang, you all do a great job in the community. You're everywhere. So I know Pasadena appreciates you. I don't know if you know that, but Pasadena appreciates you. I appreciate you, and so does the county. But thank you for all that you do. And if you want more details regarding these two events, go on their website and give them that website one more time, please.
You're going to ask me the hard question. I just Googled the Pasadena Business Association, but I do have it written down to be able to find it. It's PasadenaBusinessAssociation.com, all one word, no spaces.
Okay, great. And thanks again. And back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sarah. I want Old Bay now. Old Bay on everything.
Old Bay, like milkshakes.
So
I don't
good.
care. Give me
So good.
Old Bay
What
on
do
everything.
you put on Old Bay? Or what do you put Old Bay on? Sorry.
I mean, French fries.
French fries, yes. Corn,
Corn.
absolutely.
It has to be on the French fries.
Sometimes a little bit on like a salad, like a pasta salad or a potato salad.
Chocolate fudge sundae. I don't care. I'll do it.
Actually, you raise a funny story that
Really?
I have. Yes, I just had a thought. I went to the Best of Baltimore party, where anyone who got accolades over the year for being best restaurant, whatever, they were at this party. And there's an ice cream shop called the Charmery up in Hamden.
Yes, I know the Charmery very well.
Yes, you do. So they were challenged with creating 2 Maryland flavors. One was a sweet corn with caramel. That was delicious. The other I thought would
Caramel?
be caramel. Caramel.
Caramel?
The other one I was a
Caramel?
little hesitant to try, but it was delicious, was an Old Bay ice cream with tomato jam on top. And it was so good. They were both very Maryland.
What is it about the Charmery that I swear you can walk by that place any time of day and there's a line out the door?
There's always a line. But I thought the Old
It's
Bay
ice cream, people.
So yes,
Like,
Old Bay does work.
Annapolis has what, 3-4 ice cream shops?
Yeah.
And the same thing, sort of, but I mean, at weird hours, you go by the Charmery.
It's just because there's a lack of other places right around there to get ice cream, so
I guess.
Supply and demand.
People love that. I mean,
but I
they
just
have good
wanted-
ice cream, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, and we've got fantastic places here in Anne Arundel County for ice cream and froyo.
Yes.
I was just saying it was funny that someone did make ice cream in Old Bay work.
I gotta
so,
try that.
Yeah,
I
it was
haven't
so
had
good.
it.
So do you have a favorite crab recipe? Do you do a good
You know,
crab cake?
I was thinking about this as you were talking. I was trying to remember how many times did I have crabs this summer?
I haven't had many.
I only had crabs, I think, one time.
I haven't had any.
One time.
Any.
What are
What
we
gives?
doing?
What are we doing with our
What
lives?
are we doing with our lives?
Do you have a recipe that
And there's
you
already
like?
been, you know, I think the Rotary already had theirs.
Yep.
Did they?
Yep. Pretty sure.
And that's the big one.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're running out of chances to take care of this.
Yeah, so you really need to
But
get on that.
you did know that right around Labor Day and just after Labor Day is when the crabs are the best.
So good. And so I was going to say, I do a really good crab dip.
Do you?
Delish.
I'm not surprised.
Delish.
Can you give us a quick, how do we do it?
Old Bay, absolutely. I do a little dry mustard, mayo, of course. And you have to get that premium crab meat. You can't skimp on that.
Some people, premium crab meat, what does that
Like,
mean? Do you,
want
go
the
to a
lump.
national
You
chain
don't
and buy
want
it on the shelf?
When I'm going to make crab dip,
If it's
I
from Maryland,
really
it's
love
premium crab meat.
If I really, you can get other kinds of crab meat, trust me. If I really love
does
the
that
people
mean?
I'm serving it to, it is lump meat,
Absolutely. There's no
not
other.
any other kind.
No.
So, but
You're talking about like the stuff with the filler in it. It's like not.
no, I'm saying there are other brands that don't come from Maryland. You got to be careful what you buy.
That stuff from North Carolina.
Yeah.
And New Orleans.
Yeah. Or as one of my favorite rock bands, Clutch, says in their new song, Hot Bottom Feeder, that stuff from Vietnam. It's not real. You got to get that Maryland crab meat.
You got to get the Maryland crab meat.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, yeah, you absolutely got to go with the real deal with the Maryland crab meat. And I think we're going to have to do a week in review investigation
Oh, yeah. Well, we
And
should have a crab
determine-
dip off.
and determine where the best crabs can be found.
Yeah.
And do that. I'm very excited. Next summer, I want to be set up with my own like little crab pot rig, so I
Yes.
can go down to the pier and like leave
Drop
it there.
your crab
and then-
pot.
How many crabs do you think you could catch in a day that way? Not very many,
There's
right?
only one way to find out, Dave.
Right, like
Only one way to
maybe a
find
dozen
out.
on a good day. You catch
Yeah.
a dozen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would be negligent to not say that we here at Week in Review are very sad to hear about Miss Aretha Franklin's passing, speaking of the real deal.
Oh, absolutely.
This happened right after we taped
Yes.
last week. So
Yes.
she was very much an idol of mine and a favorite of yours, and I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there. And
So, and as always, you know, just like with Tom Petty and with some other stars, you know, they play the one song over and over again.
there's so many other good songs.
Respect is a great song, but
so is Chain of
guys,
Fools, so is Think.
Did
but
you
there
know
was
Otis
so
Redding
much-
wrote that song?
Yes.
Wrote Respect? I didn't know that.
He recorded it before her.
I didn't know that, and he was bitter about it. They
Yeah.
showed. Remember, that just reminded me when we talked about Tom Petty that Stevie Nicks had stolen that song from him,
Yep.
and he remembered it for the rest of his career. He was mad about that. I don't know why I'm saying that, but apropos of nothing. But I will say that I have always had two albums in my rotation. The Live at the Fillmore and Live in Paris.
I love the Live in
of
Paris.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
And so to me, it was like to hear that song, it was like I listened to Aretha Franklin probably every day.
Yeah.
In some form or fashion.
And, you know, aside from all of her soulful and Motown type classics, she had an amazing just jazz range too. I mean,
Yeah.
all the stuff that she did, and she
And
was a
effortless.
fantastic piano player.
Effortless.
Fantastic.
Good segue. She's a great
Yeah.
piano player. So that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archived episodes online anytime on Facebook or YouTube by searching for Arundel TV. Please tune in again next time for more highlights and news from around the county. And we're going to take you out with some Aretha Franklin.
Yay.
Have a great week, everybody.